Hello and welcome back to another of our videos. This is, I think, our fifth video, and today we're looking at what is the gospel. It's a good question. The gospel is God's answer to our sin, to our being wrong in his eyes. We have sinned, we've fallen short of what God expects of us, demands of us, requires of us, and what God will judge us for. So if we continue in that way, then there is no hope for us. But there is hope in God, there is hope in his love and mercy, and through his son Jesus there is a way of salvation. And the gospel is that message. The gospel is the message that God sends to us, telling us, this is what you need, this is what I'm offering you, this is how to be right with me, this is how I will forgive you. The gospel is an offense because it confirms that we are wrong with God, that we are wrong in ourselves, in our sin, we do wrong things, and that we are accountable for it. So people find that offensive. And you might find that offensive. And you won't be the first and you won't be the last. The Bible itself tells us there's an offense in the gospel. Sometimes we as Christians have added to that offense. We've done things ourselves that are wrong and annoy people, and that make them offended at Christians, and therefore they think they're offended at the gospel. And all these things we can only apologize for, the things that Christians have done wrong over the years and that maybe have done wrong to you. But that's not the same as being offended at the gospel itself. But if you are offended at the gospel, I can understand why, because it tells you that you're a sinner. But the wonderful thing is it tells you God has an answer to that. And the gospel is the Lord Jesus coming and saying, I will take care of all of this for you. I will deal with everything that needs to be dealt with in your life to give you forgiveness of sin, to give you a new start, a new heart, to give you a hope and a purpose in life, to give you a promise, a sure certainty of heaven, to give you whole new affections and interests in the things of God, to give you my company, my fellowship, my communion, to give you my spirit in your heart. The gospel gives all these promises and more, and it's wonderful. And that's what is preached in the congregation and other gospel preaching churches across our island every Sabbath. So that's the gospel. Come and hear it. Thanks for listening.